What is going on, guys? Willis Gaming here. We are back again with another Destiny 2 video. So in this video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at a massive leak which has basically just happened. Obviously, you know, the Destiny 2 on PC has just been released. I've literally been playing it all day, leveling a new character, and a bunch of data miners over on Reddit have found a bunch of new stuff regarding the new DLC which is coming, new areas, story missions, all that good stuff. And in this video I'm going to be covering it. So if you guys enjoy the video and find it helpful, make sure to drop a like down below. Obviously, before I get the video started, big massive shout out to the person who actually data mined this, the Ecumane, I think that's how you say it, but I'll leave his link to Reddit in the video description. So as you know, when a PC game comes out, people like to dig into the files, they like to find information out, and they like to see what's coming next, I guess. And that's exactly what Ecumane did. He found a bunch of new stuff regarding the Osiris DLC, a Vex, some Vex stuff, a bunch of voice lines, Trolls, Venus, Mars coming back, the Dreadnought, Old Russia, Shiro, the Reef, Prison of Elders. It's crazy. And I actually did a video on this before regarding the new Trials of the Nine vendor. If you guys remember, those files were actually data mined when the PC beta came out. There were some files which were obviously pointed to the Trials of the Nine. And some of the voice files was obviously the Emissary of the Nine, and obviously that turned out to be true. So in this video, you're probably going to be seeing everything which is pretty much going to be coming in the next DLC, if not DLC 2. So once again, spoiler alert, if you don't want spoilers or anything, click away from this video now because there's going to be a ton of them. But yeah, once again, it is game data, and as you know, Bungie may not even put this in the game, but like I said, they probably will. But obviously he left a link in the Reddit basically to a bunch of audio files. I think there was like 32,000 audio files, which was crazy. He obviously looked through them all, and he was actually looking at the interesting parts. And obviously he stumbled across some stuff regarding Osiris, and yeah, pretty much the first is DLC 1, obviously Osiris, which contains files for Dead Orbit, Future War Cult along with Cayde, one named Shiro, and the Vex. But guys, if you remember, obviously Shiro was the Exo from the Iron Lord's Temple. There's also 3 Lighthouse files and 4 Osiris files called Abandoned, Better Off, Fool, and Returned. What does this mean? The Lighthouse is now the 3rd Spire in Trials? And even though there is an Osiris DLC coming, what does Shiro and Cayde have to do with it? So the next few files we have is for DLC 2. Rasputin, obviously it's the Rasputin DLC, which contains 1 file called Rasputin Not Trusted, and 3 files called Saladin Rasputin. So did Rasputin have something to do with Siva? There was no mention in the Grimoire cards that Rasputin may have been the one to shoot the Traveler down in the first place. But yeah, there's obviously some connection here with Rasputin and Siva that's very interesting. Obviously maybe the Rasputin DLC is going to be something with Siva, maybe the Siva are returning. I think that's pretty cool. There's also some mention of the Cosmodrome, Dreadnought, Hellmouth, the Ishtar Sink, Mars, Mercury, Phobos, the Reef, and SRL. So are all these areas returning, or are they just leftover files of scrapped ideas? I doubt it, because why would they be in the files? So perhaps Destiny 2 is going to unfold even more, like as we initially suspected. What's so interesting is the mention of the areas called Ganymede and the Myriad, places we haven't yet been to or even mentioned. Are these the new patrol areas? Will they have story missions? What DLC could they possibly jump out of? And which was actually cool, if you look through the comments of this Reddit post regarding the Myriad place, someone actually acquired a ghost a while back, and on this ghost it actually said detects resources on Myriad located in 30 meters from this player. He then obviously checked back a few days later, and this was actually changed to a different planet. So maybe there was still a bug in the game where you could get ghosts for planets that weren't even in the game yet. So maybe the new planet will be Myriad. I think that'll be really cool. So Ganymede is another area which is apparently coming. So also each of these mentioned places have Future War Cult, Dead Orbit, and New Monarchy files. But Ishtar Sink has a file called Rumors Red Legion, and the Reef has a file called Eves, and 3 named Prison of Elders. The Myriad has a single file called New in Sky as well, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, we could also be seeing the return of Prison of Elders. Obviously, this was confirmed on Twitter by the Bungie developers that Prison of Elders may not be returning at this time. That may just be like for then, but it may return in the future. So I'd love to see maybe Prison of Elders come back. Like, it's always questionable sometimes to have old content come back. It's just nice to have new stuff, I guess. But obviously, if they can reimagine it, do it well, I wouldn't really mind it, to be honest. Right now, I think Destiny just needs that replayability and having, obviously, incentive to do stuff. Other files that stand out are Crimson Days, Festival of the Lost, Dawning, House of Dusk, New Speaker, Season of Renewal, Tenebrae, and Worms on Moon. So, like I said before, we could be seeing the return of some Destiny 1 events. Obviously, Crimson Days, Festival of the Lost. Dawning, we know, is coming back in December. House of Dusk, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds really, really cool. It could be some secret event which we're going to be having shortly, maybe even this year, if not next year. Maybe that could be the Halloween event, because it would be kind of weird to see not a Halloween event when it's going to be Halloween soon. It's just not like Bungie, I guess. New Speaker. So there's actually a file called New Speaker. Will we be seeing the return of the Speaker? That would be really freaking awesome. And the cool thing is, with the New Speaker part, I really think there's going to be like a new tower of some sort we have to go to for this DLC. Or there's probably going to be some new social space. It'd be really cool to like kind of get out of that crappy tower we're in currently and go to like a better area, because that place is literally like a shanty town. And it'd be nice to go back to the old tower or just something, just get the Traveler to rebuild it, or we just need to go somewhere new pretty much, have like new quarters, have like your own customizable area. That would just be insane. So the cool thing is, which obviously validates the speaker file, is there's actually scannable objects in the tower already that mentions that there's new speaker corridors being built and a new speaker will be chosen. So obviously maybe it won't be the old speaker, maybe we'll get a new speaker, maybe even we become the speaker, which would be really awesome. Can we really look forward to any of this? Maybe, maybe not. Only time will tell, but let's assume that these files are real and will be used. And that means so much more Bungie has yet to release, and not all hope is lost in Destiny 2. But a few other things I just wanted to recap on, and everything which has basically been data mined so far. So obviously we got the DLC 1, which is Osiris. It has files from Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, and obviously New Monarchy. We got Cage, Shiro the Vex. We've got the Exo from the Iron Lord's Temple, Shiro, like I said. That's actually in the DLC 1 folder file. And then we have DLC 2, which is pretty much Rasputin. We've got a bunch of files regarding Saladin. We've got Siva, House of Wolves, all that good stuff. And then we obviously got some side files like the Cosmodrome, Dreadnought, Hellmouth. I'd love to see like the Dreadnought come back. So freaking awesome. The Hellmouth, so we may be seeing a return to the moon. The Ishtar Sink, Venus, an awesome Vex planet. We got Mars coming back. We got Mercury coming back. Phobos, the Reef. SRL returning. We already knew about this. But the fact is, I don't think they're in the game right now, is obviously because Bungie want to extend the life of Destiny 2. And if they just dropped us with all the original planets off the bat, we'd pretty much be done like we are now. So they obviously need some content for next year. So like I said, these planets are maybe going to be dropping each DLC. Maybe we'll get like 4 planets per DLC. And eventually we'll build this massive solar system of just insane planets. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Obviously drop a like if you did. And guys, one last thing. I hate to bug you guys, but if any of you use Discord, obviously we have a official Discord channel. Discord.gg/Willis. Or if you go to your server tab, you can actually click add server, just type in Willis, just Willis, and you'll find my server. We're building an awesome community on there. I think we're almost at like 2,000 active people. So if you're looking for LFG groups, anything of that kind, you're just looking to look at some Destiny news, other games, we do PUBG and stuff like that. There's chat rooms for that. Drop on by. I'll leave a link in the video description. But yeah, that's been the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. It's been Willis Gaming, and peace.